everybody? It is day 37 of the road to 200 pounds. So this morning I woke up, I weighed the same. Now, as you guys may recall, I was going to try to fast yesterday. The hunger got really intense and I gave in. So, but I don't really think it's necessary right now. I think that one fast that I did really kind of kick-started my ketosis, and I've been deep into ketosis ever since. So I don't think it's really necessary. As for me waking up this morning and weighing the same, I'm very certain that I'm holding in water because I've been drinking a lot of. I bought some Pedialyte little packets, so because I'm too lazy to make my own. So anyways, I drank a bunch of those because I don't want to get dehydrated again and have like no energy and everything and feel like crap. So I took a lot of those, so I'm probably plumb full on electrolytes, whereas I was still probably dehydrated beforehand, and so I probably hold on a lot of water. As a matter of fact, I know I'm holding a lot of water because I look in the mirror and it looks almost like I'm 320 again. So I'm definitely holding on to some water there. Anyways, so yeah, that's how things are going right now. I think they're still going pretty well. We'll see within the next day or two or whatever, and maybe I'll need to do a little fast to kind of get the results going some more, but we'll see. So today I am going to go over low carb fruits. So I'm going to go over some fruits that you may be able to incorporate in your keto diet. So being that it's a good idea to get in some fruit, but if you're on the ketosis diet, so I have done some research for you, and I'll be going over low carb fruits that you can possibly incorporate into the keto diet. Now another thing to keep in mind, I think some of the data that I have, the source I got it from included net carbs, but another source that I also want to get into to give you guys even more information didn't include the net carbs. So keep in mind that fruit has a lot of fiber, so you can subtract that fiber from the carbs to get your net carbs, which is realistically what you should count as your carbs. But some people are different than others, so you need to figure out what's going to work for you, because some people may eat fruit and it just kicks them out of ketosis even though they are below their 20 carbs or whatever they need to be under. So you got to kind of experiment for yourself and everything, but yeah, if you want to incorporate some fruits in like I do, then here are some low carb fruits. And then stay tuned, because I will also be covering low carb berries in particular. So stay tuned for that, watch to the end, and yeah, I'm going to be providing a lot of what I think is interesting information. So stay tuned for that.
Alright guys, so first up on the list is watermelon. It has perhaps the lowest in carbohydrate content. It has only 7.55 grams per 100 grams of fruit. It's low in fiber, but because it has such low fiber, it means that all of the carbohydrate is usually absorbed, or at least most of it. So it makes for a great pre-workout. It is also high in vitamin A and has high water content, which will fill you up while also providing few calories. Next up is berries. Now at the end of this, we'll go through individual berries and their carb content. But for now, we're just going to group it into one category. Now, berries are an excellent source of antioxidants. A lot of potassium can be found in some berries, and vitamin C, of course. So they're a great option, and they're the lowest in carbohydrates, whereas you have multiple choices to choose from. Next on the list is cantaloupe. This fruit has 8.16 grams of carbohydrates and 0.9 grams of fiber per 100 grams of fruit. This gives it a net carbs of 7.26. An interesting way that you can use cantaloupe is by mixing it with lime, mint, and water to make a refreshing agua fresca, whatever the hell that is. Next on the list is avocados. Yes, avocados are a fruit. They have relatively low carbohydrate. For each 100 grams of avocado, you'll get an estimated 8.53 grams of carbs. And with 6.7 grams of fiber, it nets only 1.83 grams of carbs. Pretty cool if you ask me. And it helps you get in your healthy fats. Next on the list is honeydew. Another great choice in the way of melons. It comes in at 9.09 grams of carbohydrates and 0.8 grams of fiber for every 100 grams, netting 8.29 grams of carbohydrates. It's also an excellent source of vitamin C and potassium, an electrolyte that is very important, as we probably all know. It also helps to maintain good blood pressure, pH balance, and healthy metabolism. You can try Prezado wrapped honeydew melon balls for a sweet and salty appetizer, or you could just eat it like a normal person. Next on the list is peaches. It may come as a surprise that these don't have very many carbohydrates, as they're a very sweet fruit. For every 100 grams of fruit, you get 9.54 grams of carbs and 1.5 grams of fiber, netting it 8.04 grams of net carbs. Now, this doesn't include canned peaches, you silly goose. That has added sugar. Now we'll get into the fruits that are higher in carbs. But if you have them in the proper serving size, you can still fit them into your ketosis diet. Next up are oranges. Oranges aren't all that bad. Per 100 grams, you have 12 grams of carbs. Who knows what the hell the net carbs are, because this source decided they didn't want to include that. Next up on the list is pineapple. Now, I love me some pineapple, but I've got the mouth that's as sensitive as a newborn baby. So the acid from the pineapple gives me sores on my mouth. Ouch! It has 100 grams, or per 100 grams, it has 13 grams of carbs. And did you know it only has 50 calories? Another decent choice is mango. Mango per 100 grams has 15 grams of carbs. And like I said before, this source doesn't want to include net calories, and I'm too lazy to figure it out. Sorry about your luck. If you like you some apples, then you're in luck, because for every 100 grams, apples have a decent 12 grams of carbs. They also have 47 calories per 100 grams. Last on the list is bananas. Bananas per 100 grams have a decent 15 grams of carbs. That also equates to 57 calories per 100 grams. Now keep in mind that this is 100 grams of each fruit. so you won't be able to eat an entire fruit, or you'll definitely go over your limit for carbs for the day. Alright you guys, so I mentioned that a good choice is berries. But which one is the lowest in carbs? Which one is the highest in carbs? Don't leave us with these questions, Scott. Alright, fine, I'll oblige. Raspberries are the first on the list. Half a cup of raspberries have only 3 grams of carbs. Here is another source that decided they didn't want to include net carbs, and I am too lazy to figure them out. Next up is blackberries. Half a cup contains only 4 grams of carbs. Next up is strawberries. 1 entire cup of strawberries contains only 6 grams of carbs. So when you're wanting to get a little romantic with your lady, you don't have to feel the guilt of a bulging gut. Next on the list of berries is blueberries. Half a cup contains 6 grams of carbs. Next up we have the kiwi. 1 medium-sized kiwi, which would equate to 70 grams, contains 8 grams of carbs. Now last but not least, I've included cherries in this list of berries. However, did you know that cherries actually aren't a berry? Cherries actually fall into a different category called drupes. Drupes include all fruit that have 1 seed surrounded by a hard shell called a stone. This category includes fruit like peaches, nectarines, and plums.
So there you have it, guys. Pretty interesting stuff, if I do say so myself. Good to know, I would think. So stay tuned, because I am also gonna go over in a future video, or let me put it this way: if you like these kind of videos where I find information about ketosis or weight loss in general or whatever, and share it with you guys, if you like this content, type in the comments below that you would like to see more videos like this, and I'll be sure to do them. One thing that I have in mind is we've seen what fruit is low carb fruits. Well, I just happened across some information that I thought might be very interesting. What did fruits look like before we genetically modified them? Fruits look very different now than they did in the wild back in the day. And I think you guys will be very intrigued to see what they looked like before. I know I was shocked. So, if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments that you like this type of video, and I will keep pumping them out. And I will not steer clear of updates on my weight loss or anything, but I think it might be neat to include content like this as well. So let me know, guys. Until tomorrow, we'll see you later. Have a wonderful day.
Hey, you.
Subscribe to my channel!